Howdy. So I was wanting to do a little video on the fast way to take out bus seats. I've done a few of these buses now, and if you have the right tools, it can be a really quick thing. You don't have to go under the bus, so you're gonna have to forgive me for using the front camera and for the low video quality. But let's proceed. So a couple things you're gonna want is an impact driver. This one is the 1/4-inch drive. I've got a little adapter in here from the hex bit to a 1/4-inch drive bit, which is currently backing. No, there it goes. And it's just a little 3/8, the 1/4-inch bit, 3/8 socket. Okay, and then another impact for the bigger side bolts. This is a 1/2-inch drive, and what I have on here is very handy, is a swivel socket. The socket has a built-on swivel, so that helps you to get into the angles a little better. So I'm going to set you down right here for just a second. Pardon the mess. I'll take out this seat that I just got through. Now what you're going to want to do to have on your side is going to be speed and power, so that if you do it right, you don't even have to hold a backup on the other side of the bolt. Assuming your bolts aren't, if you have rusty bolts, that's just a whole different ballgame. So here we go. 1/2-inch bolt. I got my impact on here. And it spins it so fast and powerful, that nut just comes right off. Sometimes they'll get stuck. That one was actually too easy. I wish it would have been harder so I could show you some workarounds when they are more challenging. But sometimes if they do get stuck, you can just wiggle them with your finger. And if you have to get on top of there, you'll just reach down in there with an extension and hold the other side. Now for the other side, and this is where you might have to have somebody under the bus if you're not lucky. So one quick trick: tighten first, because a lot of districts or a lot of bus drivers have mopped the floors with water or bleach water, and these bolts will be rusty, and if you tighten them, sometimes they'll just snap off and you're done. And so you can try to tighten first and see what happens. But also what that does is, if it's not rusty and broke off, it'll sink the head in on the other side, on the floor underneath the bus, and give it a little bit of grip, because what you want to use is that grip in order to be able to loosen it. So let's try to take it out now. Yeah, this is being too easy. I was hoping to get a hard one so you could see the challenge. Okay, so that one came up a little bit. That's going to show us a little bit more of a challenge. Let's try these now. Okay, so these are actually more like normal. So you can see how they came up a little bit and stopped. So what I'm going to want to do now is I'm going to try to set you down. Hopefully you can see. Well, I'll show you what I'm doing up here first. I'm going to use the seat. I'm going to push and pull on the seat to where I'm prying up on these bolts with the seat in order to cause pressure. So right now I'm going to pull forwards. I'll just manhandle it. And see, now that bolt's loose. I shift to the other one. Alright, now we're going to go back to the front side. Now I'm going to be pushing back to lift up on this one. And see, I got it all the way out now because I had a little bit of slack on the back. So by pushing back, I'm pulling up on the bolt and then putting pressure on the nut on the bottom side, which that pressure on the bottom side is what's holding that nut still. And now on the back side, I can go back to manhandling it forwards and trading back and forth as I go. That one's done. There we go. And then just kind of manhandle a little bit to bust the nuts loose. And there we go. That's it. Power and speed and leverage and brutality and a little bit of physics knowledge. And you can have all the seats out in a bus in a couple hours. You're going to find one or two that are going to be a pain in the ass. And you may have to get innovative, but 90-something% of them you can get out just like that. Hope this helps.